You can take a picture into Pixlr Editor and make all sorts of adjustments or filters to that picture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a picture. In this case, I've saved one of New York City's Times Square. I'm going to open it from my computer because I've saved it. It's way in here. I have so many pictures, so I'm just going to start. I know it's called Times Square, so I'm just going to start typing TIM Times Square. There it is. There it is. Open. All right, so I'm going to take that picture, and what I'm going to do is I can make lots of different adjustments to this. Under the filter, there are so many different kinds here, and the adjustment. So I encourage you just to explore some of these filters and adjustments to see how they work. For example, Pixelate will do exactly that. It will make the pixels larger, and it will change the picture into bigger squares. Okay, cancel. There are all sorts of other ones you can do, such as kaleidoscope, and you can experiment with the different ones to see what they do. In the adjustment tab, you can play around with things like brightness, contrast. You can choose things like hue and saturation to make your colors more vibrant or desaturated. You can even choose things like sepia to make it that kind of brown. I'm going to hit Control Z to undo. One thing to note, as you do something, I'm going to call it old photo. You notice it shows up in the history. You can either edit undo to get rid of it, or you can Control Z on your keyboard to undo it. Or if you're on that, if you've done it, you'll see that what you've just done to your picture shows up in the history little tab here. You can just go back to the one before it. So there are lots of ways you can undo an adjustment or a filter that you've just done. So play around with the adjustments and the filters. There's loads of different things you can do. You'll find some really cool effects to create the effect that really makes the communication how you want it to be.